afternoon, Ms. Nyabali. How are you? Good afternoon, Ms. Nyabali. How are you?
Miss Nyabali,
I'm fine.
I hope you had a good break.
Yes.
I would like to remind you that you're still under oath, which means that you have an obligation to continue telling the truth, the whole truth.
Yes.
Prior to the break, we were talking about the 2001 incident.
2001
You told us that this occurred before the elections in 2001. You told us that the soldiers were at Talinding, opposite, and you were standing opposite Fabakary Tombong Jatta's house.
And
And you said one of the soldiers, who from what you heard is called Lamin, shot at one of the UDP supporters called Usman Sise.
UDP la molu no lanka kilimbung ikafome Usman Sise.
You told us that he died as a result of that shooting. You also told us that the paramilitary arrived at the scene. You told us that they were beating you and members of your group with batons. And they were also throwing tear gas. You also told us that some of the supporters sustained injuries. As you could tell, they were bleeding. You told us that you yourself sustained injuries. And you had swelling as a result of those injuries on your back and your butt. You also told us that although Babukar Jatta, when he arrived, stopped what was happening,
as I was going home, I didn't go direct. I went into one home.
And then later on, you ended up going to your house, correct?
Yes.
So I would like to wrap up the 2001 incident. Did you have any other interaction with any other member of the security force during 2001?
2001 sangokono foining security kulu fighter nyokan wala ini kole akudo sotonne
2001 nyimbiring mbota talending awusu because carte fayo nyin bire deadline o nyinke last day aboko silende non carte fayoti iko ko fileke
2001, after that meeting in Talinding, just about 3 days to the election, there was a curfew. We were home, and then I saw boys coming running.
After then
I came out and I peeped. A soldier came into the compound. He asked for the head of the compound. My uncle came out. He said, if I do not think about Sadibu Haidar's murders, if it were not Sadibu Haidar's murders,
had it not been for Sadibu Haidar's murder, I would have caused fighting in this compound. That's the time when my uncle came out and asked, and said, who went out? Everybody was quiet. But my uncle knew that it was me because he knew that I was the stubborn one. But I just kept quiet.
Did the soldier eventually leave, or did something happen before the soldier left?
Ako sojaro nyin anata tawole nyama ba fodun kuna ta kejele janni sojaro bita.
Amanna ku kani nankul la diamuta ya bulusa ya funtita.
He did not do anything. He talked with my uncle and then he apologized and left. The following day was election.
Before that, you mentioned that the soldier said if it was not for Sadibu Haidara's mother, then he would have wreaked havoc in the compound. What did you understand from that statement?
Maybe
it's a possibility that he knew the old woman.
Because
so the fact that he mentioned Sadibu Haidara's name possibly is because he probably knew that that was Sadibu's home.
Are you related to Sadibu Haidara?
Ako Sadibu Haidara mu ibadi ngoleti bang.
Mbarino.
Uncle.
He was my uncle.
Can you tell us about, let me rephrase that differently. Did you hear about Sadibu Haidara's death?
Ako, for Sadibu Haidara la saya ya mwele.
Ha.
Yes.
What do you recall hearing about it?
Ite ya mwe nyaming, yakilo simune takije.
Ngami mwe jito ko Sadibu bantala.
What I heard was that he died. Some said it was on a Saturday, others said it was Friday night. But we got to know about it on Monday.
And what were you told about the circumstances surrounding his death?
Andu inatamune fateli alasaya sababu ketamuneti.
Iko high blood.
They said it was high blood.
And as far as you know, did he suffer from high blood pressure?
Itela londo to yesadi bulong. For high blood kurang bala le numbang.
Honey?
No.
Why do you say that?
Kumunan na yofo.
Katuko biring abe join na soldier ngalon soldier ni ba join le ke Tesla.
Because since he was in the army, and I know that before you join the army, you get tested.
And na telephone ang kala muso nyin kala muso kamaning high blood long.
And they also came to ask the wife, and she told them that she never knew him with high blood. But they said that was what killed him.
Can you tell us how your family felt upon hearing about that?
Ako alibadingul atelmen mubadingul ti aliaje nyadi le bring alienyin na sayamo.
Sadibu's death, I can say the whole street knew about it, and we were the last ones to know. The Alcalde of Dipakunda was the one that told my uncle. After that, my uncle did not tell anyone in the house. He went to the dead house himself with the Alcalde to confirm whether that was actually something that happened. It was after that he returned back to the house and informed us. That was how we got to know.
Regarding what happened in 2001, after the curfew and the soldier who came to your house, you told us that the next day was the elections, or was it the day after that?
The day after the curfew was the day for the elections.
And what were the results of that election?
Inata announce ko APRC la winter.
They came to announce that the APRC won.
Say be la celebration ola.
Now they were on their celebration.
Inata lo mo la ko rabuna te bendendirola.
They came and stood in front of our compound and were hurling insults.
Ndafa nam fundita.
So I also came out.
Mfana nanendiro seika.
I also returned back insults to them.
After yankelend.
And then they fought me there.
Biri yam fata.
So when they
were separated,
ndunta suwa kono na uncle fana inkatata na yellipa.
I got back into the house and my uncle also came and beat me up.
Who were you in a fight with?
APRC gayo sunkutu saba.
APRC people, 3 girls.
And what happened as a result of that?
Kelo sababu kola komi biri tollu ta bundata indindro ken tafontita nge jabi ni la kelo sunta walla after ila mol na re mol fata.
The reason for the fight was because they stood in front of our compound and were insulting us, and I also came out and insulted them back, and so we fought, but later their people came and separated us.
I'd like to move on to what happened in 2016.
After 2016,
Can you tell us what happened?
2016.
2016 April 14.
2015, April 16, the 14th April. The day that Solo and others were arrested, I was not aware until the following day. I was home. A woman came called Sise Diba and said to me, "What happened to your uncle?" I said to her, "Nothing happened to him." She said to me, "Of course." Then I said to her, "Wait, I'm going to Dipakunda. When I return, whatever happened to him, I will know." I came out and was going.
Which uncle was she referring to?
Solo.
Solo.
Solo who?
Solo Juma.
Sunday.
And so after you heard that news, you left your home. Tell us where you went.
I was going to Dipakunda. I did not get to Dipakunda. It was while I was at Serekunda that I got a call.
Na auntie Bintu Sunday.
My aunt, Bintu Sandeng.
Bintu Kanyi, but Jamaka friend Bintu Sunday.
Bintu Kanyi, but many call her Bintu Sandeng.
Akonyako Solo fatal.
She said to me, Solo is dead.
Tata direct Solo nyola suokon.
I went direct to Solo's house.
Didn't Tata Solo nyola suokona.
When I got to the house, I found people there. Now they said
Usainu has called some people.
So I joined those people and went along.
So
which Usainu are you referring to?
Akwebe Usainu Jumalema.
Lawyer Dabo.
Lawyer Dabo.
Continue.
Akwai Tenteng.
So I joined these people and went along. When we left,
a press conference command.
We called a press conference.
Ako ngafunti banta demonstration no bare mokana dokochika mokana fenchika na menke kaiti koyoti.
He said that we should go out into the streets and protest, but let nobody pick a stick or anything except white people.
And mokana morning.
And that no one should insult anyone. So he said that let all the people be behind and they would be in the front. So they were in front and the people were behind them.
You said that you were only to hold a paper.
Yes.
Do you recall what was written on that paper?
Yes.
Do you recall what was written on the paper?
Yes.
Please tell us.
We need Solo Sandeng, dead or alive.
We need Solo Sandeng, dead or alive.
Do you recall on what date this was?
Oketa 16 April.
That was on the 16th of April.
And so can you tell us what happened after you started walking and holding that paper? Where did you start from and where did you go?
Ako afonyeng muna ketabirali yo kaito muta aliyeta moda muta aliya follow mintole andung aliyetiling albita kan mintole.
Mbota pipeline usenu yang kunteling coming kata Westfield.
We left pipeline from Usenu's compound and we headed towards the Westfield end. When we got to the commune, that was where we were attacked by the paramilitary. We were behind. We had commotion in the front. Some were running back. Some paras also emerged from our behind. Tear gas was fired all over the place and we were being beaten. After they arrested the leaders and herded them onto a vehicle. After they were beating us and kicking us. But that day, their beating did not affect me. The tear gas was what affected me.
You said that they were beating people. What were they using on that occasion?
Batino be bulo konole anila kidikungole kamole pa bela batino nin kidikung.
They had their batons which they were using and the gun butts.
You told us that they arrested your leaders. Who do you recall?
Hakilo samil mutano. Lawyer Usain Daba wala kono.
The people I can recall.
Landambu Diba Fanambijele.
Lawyer Usain Daba was there. Landambu Diba was there.
Kemesen Fanambi konale.
Kemesen too was amongst them.
Hakilo so wal manole.
Yes, I can recall these ones.
When you say Kemeseng, do you know his last name?
Jamme.
Jamme.
So after they arrested your leaders, can you tell us what happened next?
After they effected that arrest, I had an opportunity and I ran back to Solo's compound. After that, I was explaining that Usenu and others were arrested. Soldiers came in, arrived with their vehicle. But when they came in, they were all hooded. They came with one girl. She is called Yamundao.
If we just focus on the soldiers who came into the house. You said they were wearing masks. Can you describe what kind of mask they had?
Black Kenya la teng akoma akawasi malon teng ya dun teng after inyaki so la funtita nida.
They put a black hood over their heads and only their eyes were showing.
After glove wolf and black day.
They also had gloves which were black.
And in green camouflage on.
And they were also in their green camouflage.
And
their green t-shirt as well. Those that alighted, those that did not alight somewhere on the vehicle. Their uniforms were on the vehicle.
When you described their masks, you said their eyes were showing, and you also did a sign to show that their mouths were showing. Is that correct?
Ako biri ko inyal drone kafinti ye taman sero keko idalu fanan kafinti le fo to nyala idalu fanale so tole ya kafinti damin.
Ha, yeah, anin jang we fan kosto.
Yes.
Do you recall how many of them were alighted from the vehicle and came into the house?
Fo hakilo sa mutale mojel le jita kabo moto kono kana bu suwo kono.
Nel jita moto kono mamo 5 o side.
Those that alighted from the vehicle, we are not up to 5. There were 3. I think Yamundo make it 4.
Do you recall if all of them were dressed the same way?
Fo hakilo sa muta ko ibeye fem façon kilingol le dum.
Ha.
Yes.
Yamundo le may uniform.
Yamundo was not dressed in uniform.
Ay jean blue le do.
She wore a green jean.
And then top red.
And a top.
And in moving.
Then Nico red tobo.
And a top which was red in color.
Did you know Yamundo?
Ako fe Yamundo lo ne janno bekala.
Yamundo na bebe di pakunda bar ko mi dal hani kontondiro ne na mandon tima bantangal no ko nyina Yamundo ti.
Yamundo, yes, we lived in Dipakunda, but we don't even have any relationship. But I knew her.
Do you know if she has another name apart from Yamundo?
Fayalo no kotodo balale bang menni Yamundo takilindi.
No.
So after the soldiers and Yamundo came to the house, did they enter the house or what did they do?
Birin Yamundo ni sojaro lujita idundana suokono ye muneke idunda bungulu kono le bam fodu kata nyadile.
Biri jita na moto kono na because biri moto ni vita so luta boy so be bortale.
When they came, because they drove so roughly into the compound, and the boys who were there ran away. It was only the women who were in the house. They alighted from the vehicle and went inside the compound. They went around the whole compound but did not speak to anyone. And they were with Yamundo. Yes. So after they round the compound and did not speak to anyone, they later boarded their vehicle and left.
Why do you think they were at the house?
What my mind can tell me is that if they did not come after Nima, then they came after Ajifatu.
And who are Nima and Ajifatu?
Jumale mu Nimati aning Ajifatu.
Nima Sonko Sandeng solo la muso.
Nima Sonko Sandeng was Solo's wife.
Aning Ajifatu Sandeng, coming called Kafamiya Sandeng.
And Ajifatu Sandeng, the one they called Sandeng.
Solo Dingolti.
That is Solo's daughter.
And why do you think that they were looking for the two of them?
Because Ajifatu funtital no katalu silo kan kadiamo.
Because Ajifatu came out and stood at the roadside and she was talking.
Ako mobe ulula la valu lonen ya jame ya fake daming aya bondi.
And said that everybody knows the value of parents, and wherever her parent was being kept by Yaya Jammeh, that the parents should be brought out. So I'm thinking perhaps that could be the reason.
And did those soldiers speak to any of you while they were at the house?
They didn't talk to anybody and they didn't arrest anybody.
And do you know what Yamundo's role was in all of this?
Ako faya lo ne Yamundao atela dalilo mu muneti je ay menta mandije ani o molana.
Yamundo mamandiya moya man kuma fo moy barantel la miro min dinna because Yamundo aji fatula na nyimalo.
Well, I thought that Yamundao came to identify these people because they didn't talk to anybody. Yamundao didn't talk to anybody, but Yamundao is somebody who knows Ajifatu and the other lady. Maybe Nima, maybe she came to identify them.
You said after looking around for a while, the soldiers left with Yamundao, correct?
Because biri yeje murumuru yeje jibe Yamundao ni sojarul natanatale. Walembang.
Yes.
Prior to leaving, did they take anything? Did they do anything in the house?
Tanibe bolaje. Foye fende taje bang wala foye kule kije bang.
They didn't do anything. They did not take anything away.
So what happened after they left?
Biritel botaje tata mune natake.
Biritel botaje tata dal after ntol natake bojelen tata bar jandi tol kanana nyimala funto suwo kono wonin sojero la futo kata kilingoti.
Well, after they left, we also decided to leave. But later on, Nima came out of the compound. But the moment she stepped out again, that coincided with the arrival of other soldiers.
And what happened next?
Yo mune nata kebiri oketa.
Biri Nima funtita sojero la moto lota after nebo sol komi wala dunde suwo kono.
When Nima came out, the military vehicle stopped and the neighbors took her in their compound.
Did anything happen with that group of soldiers that came, the second group of soldiers?
Ako sojarol le wona fulanjango. Fodun kunata kijele bang wotembo.
Ani nakili nekelo nakili ngonyonde. Ngamin kalamon because birin sojarol ye kodi ntet bota jele ntata sanden kunda family compound onyonto. Ilo na follow ñu biri ni ilo na ñima la funto suwo kono woni to la nakata because taxi be na pour ñima ñu le bula ta Senegal embassy wonen so yorol nakata kelengoti so ñima ros ya dundi ile nebo so la korda kon.
It was only one trip that the soldiers had. What happened was that by the time the soldiers came, when they arrived with, at the first time, that was the time when Nima was out of the compound. But the moment they arrived, people decided to grab Nima and take her into the neighbor's compound. So that's the time when they came inside the compound with Yamundao, and they surrounded the compound, they checked around the compound, they didn't see anybody, they left. But while Nima stepped out of the compound, which coincided with the arrival of the soldiers, there was a taxi which was supposed to take them to the Senegalese embassy. But the moment the soldiers arrived, neighbors grabbed Nima and took her into their compound.
Did anything else happen that day?
Ako lung kulo na takijele bang. When everybody left, I also decided to leave and go home.
What about the next day? Did anything happen the next day?
Ako so mo dung fo kudo fanan na takele bang. The following day, I came to the compound again, but what happened that day was they decided to offer out some charity.
And what was the purpose of the charity?
It was because of Solo Sunday.
You told us that on the 16th of April, your leaders were arrested. What happened to them?
When they were arrested, they were taken away. And now they were to appear in court. So we also went to the court to attend. But when we go to attend the court proceedings, we used to have many difficulties on the way before we arrive at the courthouse.
What kind of difficulties are you referring to?
The paras used to disturb us a lot on the way.
And how would they do that?
All of that was intended to stop us from attending the court proceedings, which was why they kept on asking for our ID cards.
Did you watch any of the court hearings?
ako foyna ta silo soto le pour que lammo kito la ani sinya kelin kito be ke kantu mome.
Aha.
Yes.
And for how long did you continue going to the court hearings?
Ako silang ina ta continue nyaadi la ni wato menta pour que te lammo o kito la
nkata kitiyolal fo lumine ka sukanyol moto be nkata kitiyolal May 9.
I used to attend the case proceedings until May 9th when Sukai was arrested.
Can you tell us what happened on May 9th?
Me karotili kononto afanye mune ketawulu.
May 9.
The 9th of May.
Ndata court.
We went to the court.
Beluling ajo mafango.
We were standing around the arch end.
After paranata mole boji.
After the paras came and said that we should leave that area.
Ndata lo fonko site mafango ko nikata lo pitano to imaje fonko school be dame fo lo yalla karambonga ba.
We went where close to the bar school, and we stood there.
In the lorry water.
We were standing there.
After Usenu yol nata na inila bosu.
After Usenu and others came in their bus.
Idunta konoto.
They went inside.
Diri dunta after nimil besila kilina ke bali ko nga cross ngatalo chojana Cristiano la bade ko mafang kalo dame.
When they went inside, after that, our leaders that were with us said that we should cross the road and go to the other end where the Christian cemetery is.
Saying, contact Tambela, paral contact Tambela.
But the paras said that we will not cross.
On May 9th, can you tell us how you were dressed on that day?
Me karotili kononto afanyeng yemum feto fata fasonu ledum.
Me karotili kononto ngamendu.
What I wore on the 9th of May, I had a yellow trousers.
After multicolored slum.
But I had a top which was multicolored. After that, the t-shirts were distributed which had on them inscribed Kalama Revolution. I took this t-shirt and wore it.
What was the Kalama Revolution? Can you tell us about that?
Afanyang Kalama Revolution wo koto mumuneti.
Kalama Revolution koto mumuneti dal ndafana malon because biring kata court sukay nyole lwana tana ani mo dolbije nin Kalama nata bar sukay le fanga Kalama je sukay le bulo kono anin sun kalanga nin fitarangol after ya talamol tima.
Well, I don't really know the meaning of Kalama Revolution, but it was Sukai who came out on that day with Kalama and other things that he came about, and they decided to distribute these things between us.
When you say Sukai, what's her last name?
Dahaba. Sukai's surname is Dahaba.
After they distributed the T-shirts, the Kalama Revolution T-shirts, did they distribute anything else?
Ako biriye T-shirt olu janjandi yo talali tema enata mun nimune talali tema kotake
fitarangol
brooms
did they distribute anything else?
Fitarangol ko la e mun nimune talaje
amanke T-shirt onim fitarang danen Kalama on fentalad
only calabashes, brooms and T-shirts were distributed.
And did you do anything with the brooms and the calabash?
Ako wo kalamalu ni wo fitar langulu fali kule kela bang.
Kalama nyimbe mbulo ko ngala ngamuta fitara ngo nyim fana ngo fana tan ka fitaro ke mbafla ya jameta ay tamba fitala.
We had the calabashes in our hands and we also had the brooms and we were sweeping and saying that Yaya Jammeh should go.
After Mayor Dolby Jito.
After that, there were some old women.
Ikoning alasonta nyina inte Yaya Jammeh TRRC nyim kalamani nyim fitaron kapitu nyim minna nyim kalamani fitaron be Yaya Jammeh bayla janto.
They said if God wills it, Yaya Jammeh will no longer remain where he was. These are calabash and the brooms that we are belittling.
So essentially, the calabash and the brooms signified sweeping away Yaya Jammeh from power. Is that correct?
Amunta wo kalamalu ani wo fitarangulu wala koto munyinti ko o Yaya Jammeh wala ba bondila nyimbanko kan wala mtonyati ba.
Ha.
Yes.
So you said at some point you moved away from the courthouse area towards, did you say the hospital? Where did you go?
Ko wati soton tay nyum fulun ko ala bota kiti bungu ma fangola altata dulalto altata min to ma fanni.
Ko mel nin nata kolten ti so monda. Ni ngata la court room mo fatan ka lu court la bundal to nga nyati linjila.
When we come to the court in the morning and find that it is filled up, we used to stand outside and face the court.
Say nin paral ka ikam bayje betole.
But the parents used to chase us away from that place completely.
Say court la Johnson on school be dame loyal kata dame.
So at the junction of the court where the school is, where the lawyers go to, that was where we were standing until the time that lawyer Usain Dabo and others came in their bus and got inside. That time it was getting hot. That was when they said, let us cross and go and stand where we used to stand, close by the cemetery. But they said we will not pass. So at that time, there was a tussle there. Gorgimbub was the one that said that we will not pass.
Gorgimbub that you're referring to, do you know what his position is today?
Today, he is the head of the anti-crime.
Can you describe him?
Yes. He is someone who is heftily built. He is tall. His lips a little bit reddish. The day that he said that we were not going to cross, he wore SO uniform, which was white in color. That was the day that I knew that this was Gorgi Mbub from Ibo Town. Because when there was this tussle with the paramilitary, people in the crowd that knew him were the ones that identified him as Gorgi Mbub, resident of Ibo Town.
After Gorgimbub said that your group would not be allowed to go to the cemetery, what happened next?
We also insisted that we were going to proceed on by force. So there was a tussle there. And then they started beating us up with their batons. And the baton eventually hit one man on the head. And he suffered a wound on the head. One was hit at the eye.
The man who was hit on his head, did you know who he was?
When he was hit on the head, I did not know him at that time. It was after that I got to hear that he was Soro Kuruma.
Do you know what happened to him after he was hit on the head by the paramilitary?
It was after that he died.
Do you know how long after he was hit on the head that he passed away?
Two weeks.
It could be a space of 2 weeks.
Do you know what happened to him after he was hit on the head, before he passed away?
After he was hit on the head at the arch there. People carried him and took him away. After that, I did not get to know anything about his affairs until I got the information that Soro Kuruma was dead.
You mentioned hospital, that he was taken to a hospital, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And so he passed away sometime after he was taken to the hospital, within 2 weeks, correct?
Yes.
You mentioned another man who was hit on the eye. Do you know his name?
Wona ma tulon because nten dal talaka fa na brother fa nan ka fa nya sister dari after na tamay ko ka fa lamin.
I don't know him because I was only used to addressing him as my brother, and he too will be calling me as my sister. But later on, I got to know that his name was Lamin.
Did you see the injuries on his face?
Ala baramoñi ñaada to ngajen natalo ko na mobile to because wolungo fenko be lundi ala haftano.
His injury on the eye, I got to see that later on the mobile phone. He was wearing a haftan.
After be mu yeloti faya karabam faya plaster le bala be fenkerene.
And all of it was covered in blood, and where he was injured to, it's like it was stitched or something.
And do you know what happened to him eventually?
Wokola nak nka jele hani sambara ngala nyakile ngoma mbeti abuke jeno bakede.
After that, I used to see him up to now, but I think one of his eye is not very okay.
Apart from the two gentlemen that you've mentioned who were injured, do you recall any other injuries?
Ako nyimmo fulo kola yenyul men la kumo fotem fo hakilo sibula do fanana ba mensi barama jewlu
ajo to dal wo mo fulo lam folo de jani meftara piayo.
At the arch, those were only two individuals before we got to the PIU.
So can you tell us what happened after that?
Afonyem bitu mulena take wokola
after crossed and tatalonka lo damento.
After that, we crossed and went and stood where we usually stand. After that, we said that we were going home. So we called our drivers. But they did not come because they said they were threatened not to come. That was the time that we started walking on our feet up to Bond Road. We found that the soldiers had blockaded at the area. They parked 2 trucks and said that we should enter into those trucks. I said I was not going to board the truck. Then they said, then we too will not cross. But the vehicles that were coming from the Serekunda end, those ones went through the Bond Road because they had no other way to go. But those that were coming from the Banjul end were able to pass.
You mentioned that it was the paramilitary who were beating people with their batons. When you arrived near the Bond Road entrance, it was the soldiers that you met. Can you describe what those soldiers were wearing?
Camouflage beret red.
The soldiers were dressed in camouflage and they had red berets.
Do you know which unit of the army they belonged to?
Military.
Military.
Do you by any chance know which part of the military?
I don't know.
Red beret
But I know that they had red berets on their heads.
Please continue.
After nibe nyon sabola je pour ngatambi.
So we were tussling there so that we could pass.
If an contact tambela nga bule la motor kon.
They said that we would not pass. We had to get into their vehicles, but our people did not agree to get into the vehicles.
After truck babe tambika minka nyin kasukulul samba.
After there was a big truck that was passing, it had cashew nuts.
After biro sumanta e wolondita.
So when that truck came, they stopped it. Some got into it, those that could get inside, those that had space, and it took them along. When we got to Joshua,
first estanciero before GTTI.
The first petrol station before the GTTI.
After we stopped Jeto.
He stopped there.
After Natafa in the modern kama.
And then we told him that we had some of our people behind so that he could go and pick them up again. But before he could turn, it coincided with their arrival. Another vehicle had brought them along. So we walked to go home. When we got to the PIU, the paras came and they manned all the way the highway.
After Molman Silo
so we wanted to leave the highway, but they said no, let's let nobody leave the road. Let's all be together and move along.
After we need peace, we need peace.
As we got closer to them, we were chanting, we need peace, we need peace. And then they parted and created a way for us to pass through. So when we were in their middle, they started firing tear gas onto us and beating us up.
At that stage, what were they using to beat you and members of your group?
Ye tear gas will follow fire because we are fighting a flat corner after a batting of able to molle pay a doll damfo.
They started with the tear gas. When they fired the tear gas, in fact, some people fell, and then they took their batons and started beating people up.
Apart from that, did they use anything else to beat people?
Batino, they will be bullied.
They had batons.
What happened after that?
After that, people were running. I was running.
After Kedo bente coma.
After that, there was one man behind me. He too was running. His name is Yusuf Adrame.
Right now, we State House.
Right now, he's working at the State House.
After Red Cross,
I was running towards the past the Red Cross area.
What didn't come in Bijetem, come after Sauna didn't call and Takinyamente Boita.
The gutter, I was trying to jump over and he hit me and I fell down.
What time all put Katrapuka didn't cook on after paraf left and Kaliba.
So as I was struggling to come out of the gutter, two paramilitaries came and they started beating me up. As they were beating me, they were telling me, "You nation destroyers." After that, I had a chance and I ran into the jacaranda with one other girl called Maidabo.
From where you were at Jacaranda, could you see what was still happening outside?
Jacaranda wotumu. Alika jeno leba mune beke banta.
Ha.
Yes.
Please tell us what you saw.
Jacaranda konola because ilabunda bukonyo bunda benyame wearolom.
We were inside Jacaranda, but the door was a glass door, just as this one here.
After ngaje pabi ringo mulipa.
After that, we saw they were beating one old man. The one they call Panjaga in Jaga Kuruma.
And then Kadi Sawane, baby Aisa Bama.
And Kadi Sawane, baby Aisa's mother.
I told Dina no bobulok on 1 month.
At that time, she had a baby, just 1 month old.
After Kalipa Cafe Motokono.
After they beat her up, they threw her onto a vehicle.
And then Pabi Ringonya.
And the old dad.
At that point, was Karisamate with her baby Aisha, or not?
I mean, baby Aisha.
No, She was with baby Aisha.
And so she was holding this baby while they were beating her. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you said after that, they were taken away. Is that correct? What did you say?
Yes.
Do you know where they were taken?
They took them to the PIU.
And how do you know that they took them to the PIU?
Because the following morning they were brought to the court.
Did anything happen to you during that period?
Well, after I was beaten, all my body became swollen.
And you said you continued going to court because that's where you saw Kadi Samate and Panjaga, correct?
Ako inata continue kata kito la bankoya Kadi Samate ne Panjaga jedameng.
Mam Panjaga ja court de bar Kadi ne sukanyo le kana court kanifi.
Yes, I did not see Panjaga, but Kadi and Sukai were the ones that came to the court in Kanifing.
You mentioned Sukai Dahaba earlier. Is it the same Sukai?
Yes, Sukai Dahaba tofu nung komanda. Ate Sukai kilingolomba.
Sukai Dahaba.
Yes, Sukai Dahaba.
Apart from Sukai Dahaba and Kadi Samate, did you see any other women who were arrested from your group?
Sukai kolo anin Kadi Samate foi se modo sute no le menu mutabang.
The one I can recall is Sukai Dahaba.
Kadi Sawane.
Kadi Sawane.
Aning Amibayo.
And Amibayo.
Lily Bojang.
Lily Bojang.
And Musudo Bijabota provinces,
and one other woman from the provinces whose name I don't know.
It almost $7. It all canano cornak, Musul Kono.
These 7 women were the ones that came to the court. The men never came.
And just to clarify, is it Kadi Samate or Kadi Sawane?
Ako purka senandi Kadi Samate lomba for Sawane.
Kadi. Baby Aisa Bama, bintu man for Sawane for Samate lomba. Baby Aisa Bama.
Baby Aisa's mother, I don't know whether it's Sawane or Samate.
But you're referring to the same person.
Yeah.
And for how long did you continue going to court?
Alnata continue kata kito la wati jelleta.
Janu court be continue. Le birumbota Jacaranda and started direct to Pipeline.
Before, after I left Jacaranda, I went to Pipeline.
And what happened next?
Munenata ke ukola.
Birin tata Pipeline.
When I went to Pipeline,
after Ndunta Usain Naswakon,
I got into Husseinu's compound.
Sojarul Natana.
10 soldiers came. They stood at the entrance of the house and they were holding insults. And that day, Lamin Cham was in the house. Adam Barrow too was in the house. All of them ran away and hid.
After Musole Funtitanam.
It was the women that came out. And they were insulting each other with the soldiers.
After Yama, Usain Dabala Dingoni Yama.
After Yama, Usain Daba's daughter said to them, if you are man enough, enter into my father's compound and see what will happen to you. There was also this woman called Fatu Dabo. She took a big stick and she was insulting each other with them. At that time, Adamo Barrow and Lamin Cham ran away and hid. Now it was the women and the soldiers who were faced off.
When you refer to Adama Barrow and Lamin Cham, who are you referring to?
Adama Barrow ni Lamin Cham.
Adam Barrow Mansayal.
Adama Barrow is the one now who is president.
Lamin Cham do call a president office jeto.
Lamin Cham is working also at the president's office.
And so the women were left to argue with the soldiers, essentially.
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened next?
minna ke je biri yama ila bunda hela yama ko ila bunda te tawna so jorole dun sko kono ya jubi afte man na dun be lorni banta jele be nendirole ni wolbe fenko kan afadre biri na ta talaje bota joto nta ta silo ni wala nyama pour ka fonti ka sey.
After that, Yama opened the gate of the compound and told them to enter inside, but the soldiers did not come in. They were there pushing and pulling. It was after they left that I found my way out and left.
After that, did you go home?
Biro botala isa itale bang feta dula dol.
Janin kafta so konta ha direct to Sandenkunda na uncle ya.
Before I got back home, I went straight to Sandenkunda at my uncle's home to inquire about him. I went along with one of my cousins, but they said they did not see them, but when I call them, I don't usually get them. It was after that my uncle said to me, go home. When they return, I will call you. After that, I went home. But my uncle did not call me, but I made the call anyway. And I was told that they have arrived.
After that day, did anything else happen to you?
Wolungo kola fokudo na take itela lebang.
Wolungo kola nying for May 17.
After that, except May 17.
Can you tell us what happened on May 17th?
May 17 men kitela ufonya bang.
May 17 fanambita kan court.
May 17th also we were going to court.
Mtata Bond Road.
We got to Bond Road.
Because mutulka dundim Bond Road la kafunti.
Because the vehicles were going through the Bond Road.
Nga paral tara lorin siloka.
We found paras standing on the highway.
Iko nga ji siloka.
They said that we should leave the highway.
After morning nka ID card ola.
After that, they demanded for our ID cards.
ID card
We said we did not have any ID cards with us. After they asked other people, those others said also that they did not have their ID cards with them. They said that they were going to work. After they brought us down and they asked us where we were going to, and we told them that we were going to Banjul. And they were asking us. But what we were going to Banjul, the reason for going to Banjul, we did not tell them. After that, they disembarked us with my sister, Mayor Maria Masandeng.
Around what time of the day was this?
We were disembarked around 8. We were there up till 2. And then they took us to the PIU.
So from 8 o'clock in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, correct?
Yes.
And then they took you to the PIU. Can you give us a step-by-step account of what happened when you arrived at the PIU?
Betun silang afonye simfa nin simfa birali futata PIU mkolu menkataje.
Birum tata PIU.
When we got to the PIU, they took us to one parlor. There was a table and a chair. After that, one man came to interview us, to question us. At that time, I was chewing gum. But this paramilitary, I recognize. He is from Jambanjili. When I was chewing the gum, after they asked us what we were going to find in Banjul. But before they asked us that, they first began by asking for our names and our surnames. So Mariama, whose surname was Sandeng, I think it was through her that they knew directly that we were going to the court. At that time, I was chewing my gum. He slapped me and said that I was stubborn. After that, he said to us, you people are enemies of the state. Who sent you? I did not respond. Yes.
This paramilitary officer, the one that slapped you, can you describe him?
Parame yetlobung. Fo isa amulungu fono mole na ba.
Kefingolo.
He's a black in complexion guy. He is not very tall, but he's a little bit hefty.
And you said you knew that he was from Jambanjeli. How did you know that?
Lo nyadi le kabota Jambanjeli.
Because when we are going to court, people are residents of Jambanjeli. They come from Jambanjeli to attend Solo's court hearings. Those are the people who knew him.
Was he the only one who interviewed you and Mariama Sanding, or were other paramilitary officers present during that interview?
Atedamane Mariama Sanding diamundi bang fo paramilitary dolu fanalu bijela ketamenunya.
Paramilitary dolu fanam bijela, but atele ko eksono nyenin kanu fine tamo fadi.
There were other paramilitary officers there, but he was the one who questioned me, and he was the one that slapped me also.
At that point, how did you feel after he did that?
Gayo kela wotembo yeuje nyadile.
When I saw it, it hurt me, but there was nothing I could do about it.
And what happened after that?
After that, they took me to their cell. That place was dark. There was nothing in there, no seat, no bed. After that place was dark. It was an iron door. So we were thrown there, myself and Mariama Sanding, we were there.
You told us that the paramilitary had stopped you at 8 o'clock in the morning. And around 2 p.m., they took you to the PIU offices. You said after the interview, you were thrown into a cell with Mariama Sanding. You've already described the cell. But throughout that entire period, did they provide you with any food or drink?
The whole day we were not given any food until the following morning.
Did they tell you why you were being arrested at that point?
They did not tell us that, but they kept telling us that we were enemies of the state.
After you were placed in the cell, yourself and Mariama Sanding, you told us that it was very dark. Can you tell us what happened after that?
After that, in the evening, between the evening prayers and the last prayers, they came and opened the door. They brought Mariama out and took her away. But I did not know where she was taken to.
Do you recall anything about the people who took Mariama Sanding away?
When they were coming, they also had masks on. They were dressed in black. But when they opened the door to the cell, but as he was getting inside, he was called. I heard the name Sane being called.
You mentioned black. Is that still the navy blue paramilitary uniform that you're referring to, which looks black?
They were dressed in para uniforms.
So after one of them tried to enter the cell and he was called and they referred to him as Sane, what happened next?
After they took Mariama away, I don't know where they took her to. Then they returned back, he and another colleague of his. But the guy that he was with did not speak. It was his son that spoke. They came and I was sitting inside that cell in that darkness. That day also I was dressed in my yellow trousers. I was sitting down. He came in. Like I was sitting down, squatting with my hands like this. He pulled my legs and I fell down and lay down. And the other guy that he was with put on the light of his mobile phone. After they held me by my arms. Then Sane was the first one who raped me. After he was speaking in Jola, he was saying Opunyerut. After I kept that in my mind when I came out. So when I came out, I asked, what was that? And I was told that is, you are shameless. The second person, the other guy, did not speak, so I did not know what tribe the guy was, but he used a condom.
You said that both men wore masks. And
Yes, the two of them were putting on masks.
And you said both of them raped you. When you say rape, what do you mean by that?
They attacked me, undressed me forcefully, and forced themselves on me and had sex with me.
You told us that the second person who raped you wore a condom. What about the first person who was Sane? Did he wear a condom as well?
No.
You said they both forced themselves on you.
Yes.
Can you tell us how you felt at that point?
Because coming fit with me after
At that time, because they were more powerful than me, so when they held me, I was fighting to free myself, and in the process, I suffered bruises on my arms and my legs.
Apart from your arms and your legs, did you suffer pain or injury anywhere else in your body?
At that time, under my groin, I was feeling some pain.
After the two men raped you and left, what happened next?
At that time, I was alone in the cell, and they left and went away. So I was there till the morning. Then after that, we were taken to the big parlor once again, and we were given tea and half bread. That was the time that I saw Mare, and I asked her. And then she told me that they did not do anything to her. So after we were there, in the afternoon, they brought porridge.
This was something which was made from coos, but I don't know whether it is mixed or not.
Do you want to have a minute? Ms. Nyabali, do you want to take a minute?
I will continue.
So you said the next day you were given some bread and tea, and then, sorry. When Were you still in pain that morning?
Ako fo sumanda fana ibalo be dimin kanne.
Ha. Yes.
Were you provided with any kind of assistance?
Ako fo e mako irdila le banke de ma nyado nyama.
Honey?
No.
That morning, did you see, well, you told us that both men were wearing masks.
Yenyum foko imofulo be maskol le dum.
And only one of them spoke.
Andun kiline diamu te kono.
And you recognized his accent.
Amarila diamu kango foniamo isa sute no ala diamo nyama bang.
Do you know if any of the officers at the PIU knew what happened to you the next day?
Fo so mo wo official men be PIU fo ya lon ne menkete tilabang.
Malum fa ya lon ne de because ntani mo man dia me kon.
I don't know if they knew, for I did not speak to anyone amongst them.
You told us that you asked Mariama Sanding if anything happened to her, and she said no.
Ako ko ye Mariama Sanding nyinin kale fo ku ketala le bang ako hani ako man ku katela.
Yes.
Apart from Mariama Sanding, did you see any of the other detainees that morning?
Ako Mariama Sanding kola wo mo ko tanglu menu ye muta fo mo do je kono le bang o somanda.
Nga bintu jijela nga molje bala nga bintu lo nga milong.
I saw people there, but I also saw Bintu, and she was the one that I knew.
As far as you know, do you know if anything happened to any of the women there?
Fo itela londo fo ya londe bang fo kudo sike musudo la wulu kono je.
And if you know, please do not provide any names.
Ako niya long hanni mama rito fo bari sa fo drong ha nyin keta kar lale.
Ku sekeno mola jere nak because ntani mo mang diam.
Well, something could have happened to them there, but I did not speak on that with anybody.
You told us that after that, in the afternoon, they brought some food, some more food.
Yenyum foko tilbulo inatana domorlo na tijele.
Yes.
What kind of food did they bring?
Domor fason nem.
Futo.
Couscous was brought.
And were you able to eat that?
Ako foyo domono le bang.
Hanima domono.
No, I could not eat.
Did you react in any way as a result of not being able to eat?
Fo aketa yakudo le kebang katu iman domoro keno.
Ntan fono kaneno.
I was vomiting.
So time mole nata mulbulan nata say.
It was after that we were released to go home.
After your release, well, before that, I'd like to clarify a couple of things. You've decided to speak about what happened to you publicly. And you've already provided some of this information before to the Victim Center.
Alu yenyin kibaro dile nung mantoro lata mennu kaila dinkirato ya kibaro fanam fojele.
I would like to clarify a couple of issues regarding the information that was put in the portraits, the one including your picture.
Ako alafta ka kodo lusene andi katu ya natalo lumenu ke ite famala natalo bije kumolu dolu be safari wo natalo lubala alafta ka kusene andi wolto.
That information refers to the fact that you were raped by 3 masked men.
Amunta kibaro membo to yenyine tandiko ke saba menni e masko ludung wolle nyapin kanke forseto la nyoya.
And you've just testified that you were raped by 2 masked men.
Bari yenyum fosa enko ke fulale masko dung menni e forseto la nyoya.
Can you tell us if that's an error or there's another explanation for that?
Ako fosa fono nye filole motibang fodung dalila dobi jele me yakendi yofo.
Ana banke filoti de because me ajan ko ki sabalom because me yen interview woman rape the mo sabalom me yen interview a rape mo fulol me not a rape
there's no misunderstanding because there were 3 but the third person that interviewed me did not rape me. That was why I said there were 3 but it was only 2 people that raped me.
Thank you for that clarification.
Inumbara yo to kumo sene andi.
That information also refers to the 9th of May as the date of the incident. And you've testified that it was the 17th of May. I just want to verify which one is accurate and which one is an error.
Ntela kuwa kata May 17 nom. Maybe May 9 na feeling because problem was started wala kalma revolution. Problem was started and bilin kana statement no dinga starting May 9 nela cool tata nyaming. Maybe misunderstanding binala wolto akole dunja ke May 90.
My arrest, my incident was May 17, but the Kalama revolution started on the 9th of May. Maybe it was through that explanation that this misunderstanding came about.
Thank you very much for that explanation. It's now quite clear what happened and when it happened. You told us that you sustained injuries as a result of what the 2 PIU officers did to you. You told us that you had pain in your groin as well as all over your body. After you were released from the PIU, from PIU custody, did you go to a hospital or to a clinic?
I went home. I found my mother. I explained it to her. After that, she boiled banana leaves. And I sat on them.
And for how long did you go through that process?
And we wati je leta puruka continue wojaral fasongola.
After that happened, she used to boil banana leaves every day, and I will sit on them.
And what was the purpose of the banana leaves?
Banana jambulu dalilo mumuneta kamunjara leke.
I used to sit on them, and she also massaged my body with them.
Is there any particular reason why you did not go to a hospital or a clinic after you were released?
For dalila bijele me ye balitara lopitano to wala katajar al bunda dola for a dalilo le bebuluba.
Ha dalilo bembula wana manta.
Yes, there is a reason, which was why I did not go.
Please tell us about that.
Yo bitu wadalilo fonyen.
Ka to ko jamano moboka la mola.
Because at that time, no one trusted the other.
Lopitano tolo misirolo kono mobiemu informal.
Either at the hospital or inside the mosque, everyone was an informer.
So wale ati namfana manta lopita.
That was the reason why I did not go to the hospital.
So you feared going to the hospital because you didn't trust the system, correct?
Amunta isilanta lekata lopitano to katu imalla kuolu lanya la utembo.
Did you sorry, was that a yes or a no?
Yes.
Did you eventually go to a hospital?
Yes, I eventually went to have a test to see whether I was pregnant.
When you went to the hospital, did you inform the doctors or the nurses about what happened to you?
Honey?
No.
So instead you did some tests to find out if you were pregnant? What other kinds of tests did you do?
Okola after victim center for a test jail.
After that, I was also tested at the victim center.
And what made you have these tests? What were you concerned about?
Muna yo kotoboro luke be dewundi num munela.
During that of victim center, yengi nkaranga explain after natana. Ila no so milbiye yen test.
When I went to the victim center, they asked me and I explained everything to them, and then their nurse that was there came and conducted tests on me.
You said that one of the concerns you had at the time was whether you were pregnant, correct?
Eko kukiling yede unu tumo kuolu kono wala mnyinti fo kono bela lebang. Wala mbang.
Yes.
And you felt that that could have been the result of the rape by the 2 PIU officers, correct?
Wala mnyinti ko asakeno wo PIU officer fululu meni ye rape asakeno wo ye kono ta waleto.
You've told us about the medical impact. What about psychologically? What did this experience do to you?
Ye ila jaral da fonyenne bari miraro la karola hadama dingu la sondo ma miraro to. Aye mune sima wala aye mune kela.
I mean sima wolon because alaftana moyal fenkende la dal. Kapur kasi jama fanko da niya kachaka koliambulo konol. Bari mbama nata fonyankana kuma fo moye. Namen ke mbama din kotomati man fen explain moye.
It almost diminished my humanity, such that I was not even comfortable to sit amongst many people. But then my mother told me not to tell anybody. So apart from her and my sister, there is no other person that I had explained this story to.
And then eventually you decided to basically come out publicly to tell Gambians about what happened to you. Can you tell us why?
Sain bitung inata labang nying nan yo sotola pour ye finti ya fo Gambian koli ko men ketetela sain munenata o hammo dungi kono pour ye nyin ko yitandi Gambian kolla
min nata hammo dun kono pour nga funti nga ko akwo tan ni Gambian kolla pour mi tilimbal ya min tambitano mobi salo mimbe kirin because I happen tambilla ni man funti yafo hani sa mbolte lala because hani sa modol bijuri milka fo ko nyunkumo mansoto ka dungi dale ka fo ya sata ante ngande moto ko modun dilanda because ntelala nteka nala kiron to sanna moye so wala ati non ko mbotu nga funti a hapun tante min nan tefanan sa sata man dol lombar min ketan tante bo sata lal.
What the reason for my coming out is that when these things happened, I want to tell the whole Gambia what was going on, what happened. Because up to this point, there are people who are still denying. They are saying that these words were put into our mouths or the other way around. But I want to make sure that Gambians know what happened at that time, and the real truth is what I have revealed here. This is why I want Gambian people to know exactly what has happened. Because I will not sell my next wall for anything else in the world here.
I'm really sorry about what happened to you, Ms. Nyabali. It really shouldn't have happened at all. But I thank you for coming and testifying publicly about it. Of course, not everyone can testify publicly about something as serious as this. But having people like you come out and testify publicly is very important. So that people who wish to do so can also come out and testify publicly. Before I conclude, I have one last question for you. At the time of this incident, did you have children?
Yes.
Can you tell us what impact this had on you, your children, your mother, your entire family?
I mean ke mbama fangolani na dindingol nak aye batandile
What it did to my mother and the children, it disturbed them a lot.
Because by that time, my father was late and my mother was in the morning period.
After nadiningol purkata school fanga ko lebulo ko non ko to malake ma ko non ko to manna man tarastere ngata bi fotula di pakunda.
Well, for my kids to go to school, in fact, was very difficult. It was my elder brother who was helping the kids to go to school, and we were not even living together. He was living at the Pakunda.
Did you say elder sister?
Yeah, sister.
Please continue.
Continue.
Ayatina kiba ma fanga karangon na sita fang so sa ndata la grade 6 sa different in grade 5 na do ko ma bebe the same batch.
Well, this caused for my elder one to have some retardation in going to the school, which brought about the problem that now he is going to the same grade with his younger brother. Instead of being in grade 6, he is now in grade 5 with his younger brother in the same grade.
Sister.
With his younger sister in the grade 5.
I probably shouldn't have said that was the last question. At the beginning of your testimony, you mentioned that one of the reasons why you stopped working at Seafront was because you received some threats. Can you tell us about those threats?
Wo do ku bulo fanan sunta nyin kota kelingol. Nyin kota kelingol birin kata kotla paral nata fo nyoko ngi sutel.
The reason for leaving that job also is just because of the same going to the court to follow the case proceedings. Because one day the paras told me that they recognized me, so they started threatening me. This is why I have to leave that job.
And what kind of threats did they issue?
Amunda kamun silandri kuma fasonu le foenu.
E ka fonyo lo ko ite ngi sutel ni ngi je dawodande ngi sutel.
They used to tell me that we recognize you, and anywhere we see you, we recognize you.
And so you felt intimidated and threatened.
So between wale akendi finansilata aketeye ni kuyata aye detendi.
Hawala tina ngadu ko wala because mborta me na hanisa mankanala.
Yes, that was the reason why I left work, because that which I was running away from, I was not yet completely free from it.
Kadu ko nyindo fele be kamuta somandalo mobije so ni natanda mamuta jumali ala fo mobenjele la koteke.
Well, when the first incident was happening, people were there. But this one, the last incident, when we were separated after being arrested, I was alone. I could have disappeared. Nobody would have known what has happened to me.
After what happened to you, how long did it take for you to return to work?
I
did not return to work up to date.
And does that have anything to do with what happened to you?
Because birin ko ba Seafront man dalila fu man nambota jiro nta sita drombokata.
Because when I left Seafront, I did not give them a reason for leaving. I just decided to leave on my own.
After birin kata manna murunje ko teng after manna application sa fe ko teng pour kata do ko nyene.
And after this incident, I did not return back there again, and I never wrote any other application to look for any other job.
Thank you very much for answering all my questions, Ms. Nyabali. And thank you again for coming to the TRRC to tell us what happened to you. Thank you for your courage. Madam Chairperson, I've now concluded with my questions.
Saying council ko ayala nyininka robanne ay kumo saundi sirantio masai nyintembe.
I hand over to the commissioners for additional questions and then a final statement from Ms. Nyabali.
Saying nin commissioner ye kuma nyininka soto silang wolebe nyininkala wobe kola ni ite fango fananata kuma soto ilafta men kuma ka men tula Gambian ko lubulu finansina ofo. Deputy Chiako Inumbara Deputy Lead Counsel Inumbara Bintu.
If there was a word stronger than courage, I would use it for you.
Ako ninkuma bije mem bambanta katambi ka foi juso benta kabe wole fola.
You have broken the culture of silence.
Ako amunta molu dolu ka ide ko lu menu fe ite wo ko janjane ima ide pour ko men ketela yayi tandi hadama dingolla.
By coming out publicly.
Inata findi ke la ko yitandi jama molula.
To state what happened to you while under detention.
Ka fo men ketetela wato men ibe muto kono.
Not only to the people of the Gambia.
Ana manke ya fo Gambian ko lu damanne de.
But to the whole world.
Amunta sa in dunia be ba jelale ka moy.
Because the TRRC is broadcast globally.
Katu TRRC is menu ka kijang. Ikabe fintindile adun dunia be le ka jube.
We are sorry for what you went through.
Se haketu amandi amfanali aketanye sunoti ko men late kan.
But apart from the other human rights violations that were carried out against you,
ana manke o hadamaya nyanta tinyaluti yemen damang yemen ketela.
This was the most heinous crime.
Nyine mu kukurung lube kunton koti me ya lonko yake.
And is classified
andung ya akdundi kolu menu kono ya tembeda kementi
under the statute of the International Criminal Tribunal.
Nyimu banku nim banku tema lua landiringo le sartoti
for the former Yugoslavia.
Kabirin Yugoslavia banku follow member kerinu.
That is the ICTY.
ICTY bunda melotanu wala kola.
That included rape, sorry.
Me ya lonko kamuso dia kuya lanyo ya abeo kukurungol lekono.
As a crime against humanity.
Ko kuruya long me ya lonko ni me ya ke hadama ya le kuruya.
So I guess not only the TRRC but the security services have a serious issue to deal with. That is while raping detainees while they are under detention.
Ako to hanaman ke TRRC damanti kube bulu bari kube security ul fanalu bulle kanta bunda me na moli nyi manyake kube fanalu bulo kono le de nyanta mem ferela ka ko bondi nyoto.
Once again, thank you for your bravery in coming out.
Inumbara kota ke abe sayla kan ka fo inumbara yejusu bengo soto pour ka funtinan ke la kole ada itandi molla.
I now hand you over to the commissioner.
Silang commissioner lu menu bijang ay ko sawndi wala kan nimmel lafte nyinin kala. Bishop Odiko wala lafte nyinin kala silang.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Chairperson.
Akoy numbara Madam Deputy Chairperson.
Bintu Nyabali.
Ako Bintu Nyabali.
Can you tell us what was the result of the test, the medical test that you took?
Bring tata ye ijibe tu menake ikotobo jara rola karola ila kibaro na take muneti ka fo iharjeta le wala kudo bela inata mune foye.
Iko fem mantaran.
They said nothing happened to me.
Thank you.
Koy numbara.
Thank you, Chairperson. Bintu.
Koy numbara Chairperson ako Bintu.
Lafte ñinen kala yin rep menke ye soron selo men kono ye rep walto bang foye sambe la bunga kono ye rep.
I want to ask you, this rape incident, was it done to you where you were detained in the cell or were you taken out of the cell and raped elsewhere?
Yang insindi selo men kono larantije sirantije.
It was the cell that I was locked in where there was no bed and there was no chair.
So ite kilidne benunje foite wuri no la bam pour mole ne rescue.
Were you the only one in that cell and could you have shouted so that people will come and rescue you?
Ndok wuri kan la balmana mobe moy nora because ke kana fulale muta.
I was shouting but I don't think anyone heard me because two hefty men were the ones that were holding me.
Okay, thank you.
Koy numbara.
Binta, thank you. We apologize for the hardships that came your way.
And the suffering you encountered, we still apologize for that suffering. Ako nyimbe kelela tumena ifutu tele bang fo ya tare man futu.
At that time I was not married.
Thank you, Bintu. You want to say something?
Ako numbara Bintu silam fo fanambe fen sutula ebe men fola Gambian ko liye bang.
Ha.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Silang afo e fanan lafta men fola moliye.
Mbe mba tolle folo tentu lambal jaila katuko bi natol mantara kirim bi to nyate lonna molti la right faral lonna sombal tentu lambal jaila andu mba fola mba nam mbaɗin funding kewol yo mi alon ko musol lo ñin kusifa hapuntila ye funti ya sata ikana tu ikono
Yo mbatu demande yemen fo e sata. I wish first of all to thank the TRRC because it is because of you that I have the chance to come and tell the nation what has happened to me. Had it not been for this commission, this thing would have gone like that. We would have stayed in silence. And apart from that, I would like to inform other ladies or other people who suffered the same thing as I encountered to come out, not to keep it in them. Let them come out and tell the people what has happened to them, what they have gone through.
andum memin fola gambianol fanaye anim mbota sabatiren damin ba ko ten koy fonen semin foyenoko
What I can tell Gambians and where I come from Bakote, what I would like to tell them also is
mo mantambi alala kirla
nobody can be above God's destiny or God's
alala
decision.
nyinin tamin na jongla ko wota buka bayno
Whatever God decides is what has happened, it is what's going to happen for anybody, for any human.
mo kana njibe yakan ko mo kurungolti wala mu fendolti
Let nobody look at me as a bad person or I am something else.
ni min ma mutanon fi
If anybody cannot take things for me like that,
oto mo kana hada nyala
but I don't want anybody to mock me because of this.
ala baraka
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bintu.
Inumbara Bake Bintu.
Thank you.
Allah baraka.
The sessions.
Between your mic is off. Between Bengum Badan na Janne Fosama.
Subsequent.